Bro, if you're in your 20s and you want to travel the world, this is literally what you need to do, okay? It's called geo arbitrage, and basically what it means is you literally earn in one currency, okay? So if you live in the US, Canada, Australia, Europe, all those countries, they have stronger buying power, the currency, right? So what you do is you work your regular normal job and you save up as much as possible, okay? So after you've saved up like a couple grand, okay? You don't just have a couple grand. What you have is buying power in other countries. Specifically, like, bro, Southeast Asia, South America, where it's super cheap. You could literally live off of a couple $100 for rent. Food as well, you can rent a scooter for like $100. Like, especially Vietnam, bro. Vietnam is super cheap. Like, that is how you're able to afford in your early 20s to travel the world. Like, I feel like people often live life in reverse. They try to visit the expensive places while they're young because they want to seem flashy and they want to seem... Bro, you're supposed to visit the hard to visit places first while you're young and you're physically able, right? Like, yeah, and then once you get older, then you can actually think about, okay, you know, I'm gonna go to Europe and I'm gonna experience all these more expensive, lavish things in life and blah, blah, blah. Bro, literally just start saving your money. And I got this hack from the book called The 4-Hour Workweek, where Tim Ferriss laid out, he taught me this this geo arbitrage thing where, bro, you earn in one currency, spend on a weaker currency, and you compensate in rupees, meaning you get a VA, you pay them in pesos, or rupees, or, you know. Bro, it's such a life hack. You literally, because, bro, I was listening to a podcast, right? This might be a bit deeper, but so true, bro, so true. It's like people who become successful in life, whether it be financially, in terms of maybe in everything, bro, finding love, etc., they always use leverage, okay? Now, leverage is an interesting thing because it sounds abstract and some people mightn't get it, but what leverage is, it's literally you putting in 5 units of effort, energy, and getting out 100, okay? Think of it like a jack. Like, let's say your car has a flat tire, right? So you pull out the jack, you place it beneath the car, and you put 5 units of downward force, and the jack, which is the leverage, gives 100 units of upward force. That's leverage. So you need to have leverage with all your activities, right? So it's like, for example, something not money related. When I go traveling, okay, you have a couple ways to meet people. You could meet them in person, okay? You could go join groups, you know, talk to people, walk up to people, and now that's low leverage, okay? Now, I'm not saying don't do that. I'm saying do both. Two things can be true at the same time. You want to do both, bro. You want to maximize the things that are high leverage activities, right? So you can also join Facebook groups. Make a post, describe yourself, say, hey, I'm looking for such and such people who are interested in such and such things. Let's hang out, blah, blah, blah. And then hundreds of people will see that's leverage, right? But do both, right? Because you want to develop social skills as well. So anything you're doing, bro, you need to find leverage in not just making money, but in every single domain, in every single area of your life, right? So the exact same thing applies when you're traveling, bro. Use the strength of your currency. Save up a couple grand. Buy a one-way ticket. And this is, when I first started traveling, I always used to think, oh, I need to know where I'm going next, and I need to have a return ticket and this and that. Bro, you do not. Literally, what I do, because sometimes if you travel enough, you're gonna come across people at the airport who literally ask you, okay, but where's your return flight? Where you're going next? Do you have a visa? Are you a resident? So in that case, you need to show an onward ticket or a return ticket. So what I would do, I would just hop on this website called onwardticket.com, and it costs like $16, and you get a fake. It's not a fake. It's a real onward ticket to a second destination, so you can show them at the airport. But it expires in 48 hours, right? So I'd literally buy the day I'm traveling or the day before, and then just show up at the airport. And just fucking, if they ask me, fine. If not, sometimes I don't even get it. I just take the chance. And if they ask me for it, I just be like, okay, let me look for it, and then I go quickly buy it, and then it always works, bro. It always works. It always fucking works. So there are ways around the system which you only learn after having done it or learn from someone else. Like, yeah, bro, just traveling helps you become resourceful, and resourcefulness is what you need to achieve your dreams and hit your goals and stuff like that. So bro, if you're in your 20s and you want to travel the world, do not underestimate the power that you currently have, because a lot of time you feel like, wow, the world is so big, I'm in my 20s, I'm a nobody, I feel like a number, the world's against me, and you fall victim to this victim mindset, and it's fucked. Like, you should never let yourself fall victim to thinking that life is bigger than you, or your problems are bigger than. No, you are bigger than your problems, okay? Don't fucking adopt the mindset of losers, okay? Trust me, I know people who are just people. I know people who used to be close to me who just never be like, just trust me, bro, just trust me. You always want to be optimistic in life. You always want to, even at your lowest point, you just want to never have negative self-talk, okay? You want to just keep your chin up. Fuck it, keep your chin up, okay? Have self-worth. And I think a lot of self-worth comes from just you doing the things you say you're gonna do, and not fucking with yourself, not lying to yourself, speaking and acting out the truth, but not the truth, because there is no such thing as the truth. There's only your truth, okay? And I've learned this as well, bro. This is interesting. A lot of the time, like, no human being is 100% self-aware, right? Because we're viewing life from our perspective, and we can't see the whole picture if we're stuck in the frame. And because we're stuck in the frame, because we're seeing only this perspective, we can't see the whole picture. So I always try to understand, okay, sometimes I don't know myself, even though I'm more self-aware than the average person, right? So I need to understand, okay, well, and that's the thing about traveling. Traveling puts you in so many different situations that you get to see yourself in so many different situations, and how you act, how you behave, how you react to certain things. And you learn so much about yourself, which is beautiful, because you want to learn who you are. So anyway, back to my point. You need to sometimes just admit that, look, I don't know what I want. I don't know, like, don't be the person, yeah, I'm so self-aware because I'm fucking spiritually enlightened, and yeah, and I meditate. No, fuck, you don't know yourself. If you knew yourself, well, look, when values are clear, decisions are easy. So if you're struggling to make a decision, it's because your values aren't clear. And if your values aren't clear, it's because you don't know yourself well enough to know what values you prioritize to then make the decision accordingly. Am I making sense, bro? I hope I am. So, yeah, it's one of those things, bro. You just need to be open to the possibility that, okay, life is new. We've only been here very briefly. I'm in a new situation that I've never been in before. Let me be open-minded and just watch myself and see how I react. See, so I can understand and observe. Okay, I am this person. Turns out I need to work on a couple things, because, yeah, I don't like how, maybe I'm a little anxious or a little controlling or whatever it is, just be open to the possibility that you might not know yourself as well as you think. And that has served me so much, bro. Yeah. So travel, bro, travel. Just start traveling as soon as possible. Fuck what your family says. Fuck what, but if they don't have the life you want, fuck what they think, fuck what they say. Don't listen to them. Listen to people who actually have the life you want, or are on the journey to achieving the life you want, or are close to having the life you want. Yeah, what I've learned too as well is, because I've invested in so many trainings, mentorships, programs, and I've learned a lot. And because here's the thing, right? In the beginning, you don't know how much effort it takes to achieve the things you want to achieve. It's sort of like when you first start dating women, right? you think you don't know how many units of energy or effort it takes to actually get the girl. But then after a few tries, you realize, oh, you start observing patterns. You're like, oh, it only takes about 3 units of effort to get the girl. And the same thing applies with business or with everything. You start realizing, oh, it only takes 5, 6, 7, whatever the number it is. So that way you never overinvest. So yeah, just remember that. Where was I going with this? Yeah, bro, like I'm looking at this fucking view. It's hard not to get distracted. Yeah, bro, it's traveling. Traveling is definitely, I highly recommend it. Anyone in your 20s, yeah? Yeah, I remember now where I was going with that point. The people who you're supposed to listen to, the reason why, it's not because your family, they're bad or anything. No, they're maybe they are. Maybe they are, bro. Maybe they are. Yeah. But the people you should listen to who actually have the life you want, the reason why you should listen to them is because they've done so much shit that they know, okay, this is how many units of energy or effort it takes to achieve this goal. So, whereas the people who haven't achieved it, they don't know what it takes. At least that's how I view it. It's more like, because most of the things that you try are not going to work. You're going to fail more times than you succeed. So eventually you get to the point where it's like, okay, it turns out I only need 10 units of energy to make this thing work. And if it takes more than that, it's sort of like a girl, bro. You get to a point where after investing, it's called the tit for tat strategy, right? It's literally tit for tat, meaning you never want to overinvest. You always want to reciprocate. Okay, you want to always be invest in the person who invests in you. You want to test a content strategy. All right, always like be unemotional about it. Post content. Post 10 different types of content. If one type of content gives you feedback, reciprocates your efforts, double down on that, right? So the same with women. Eventually you realize, okay, it usually only takes me 3 units to get this girl. And I'm trying to get this girl and she doesn't seem interested and she's flaky and whatever. Bro, you need to realize tit for tat. You cannot overinvest. You need to just cut your losses and move on. And the same thing with trying to grow a brand or post content or find a proven content format. This is personal experience. I've posted on faceless accounts over 4,000 times and grew it to only 900 followers because I did not know this strategy. I thought, no, bro, just one day my breakthrough will come. And then once I started learning, okay, how to actually post shit that works, bro, you realize, it shouldn't, now I know it doesn't take fucking 1,000 units like before. It only takes 50. So now I have I gauge my input against my output to determine if I should invest in this particular content or business or girl or whoever, right? So yeah, bro, tit for tat strategy, that has served me. And the law of reciprocity, bro, like especially when it comes to meeting people. And bro, like here's the thing, right? When you start traveling and you start coming across so many different cultures, yeah, you realize different cultures abide by different rules. Okay, they operate differently. Some cultures, they're way more open and way more friendly. Some cultures, like Germany, for example, or Russians, right? For us, if you're from the West, right? For us, Russians might come across a bit cold, right? For a Russian, another Russian isn't cold. It's just normal, right? So I'm not one to say, okay, what's good and what's bad, but in other words, what I'm trying to say is the law of reciprocity says you reciprocate, okay? Meaning when I meet someone, this is what I do. I be myself. I'm super open, friendly, talkative, kind. Like I treat people the way I like to be treated. I'm high energy. I'm friendly, talkative, chatty. So when I meet someone, I'm like that. So when you meet someone, be yourself, yeah. But then when they give you feedback and they are who they are, reciprocate that. Don't be kind if they're not kind. Don't be the law of reciprocity, bro. You want to reciprocate. First, be yourself. Then, when they treat you the way they treat you, then reciprocate that. You know, truly, because so many people, so many different cultures, you cannot operate from one mode. It's like a car. It has different modes, right? It has sport, it has eco, it has fucking terrain, whatever. You need to operate like that when traveling the world and experiencing different cultures and different people, because not everybody's going to treat you the way you want to treat everyone else. So you need to be adaptable, you know, like Charles Darwin. He said it's not the most adaptable, it's not the smartest that survive, it's not the strongest that survive, it's the most adaptable. And by being able to adapt in different cultures, it will serve you, truly. So anyway, bro, if you wanna travel the world, like right now I'm in Koh Phangan. I arrived like a week or two ago, and got this bro. I'm staying at this beautiful villa in a week, which I'm gonna document with you. And yeah, it's beautiful, bro. Beautiful. Like I'm super excited about that. Yeah, bro. So just if you're working a regular job, just know that that's leverage, bro. You just can't see it because you're stuck in one geographical location, and sometimes you get like tunnel vision, and I get it. Like, it could be depressing, it could be discouraging to the point where you can't see a way out. But that's where travel comes in, bro. Like, especially if you live in a first world country, bro, you've got cheap flights almost everywhere. Well, not everywhere. You've got cheap flights to the places I'm recommending. Southeast Asia, some places in South America. You definitely wanna, bro, save up a couple grand, and then just fucking buy your one-way ticket. Stay in Vietnam, bro. Like, you can spend a couple $100 on rent in Vietnam. Like, no exaggeration, bro. Like $200 to $300 for a month rent in Vietnam. For a nice place, bro. No fucking shack. Like, nice place with fridge, spacious, beautiful. Near the beach, you can rent a bike. You can experience that freedom, because what I've noticed is you need something that pulls you. You need something that inspires you, motivates you. You need to have something to look forward to. It might not have to be grandiose or anything, but even like every week you have something to look forward to. So that is what is gonna make you put your head down and just lock in. It's always, and it's a skill, right? You want to always have something where, whether it be weekly, daily, like even when I'm doing my to-do list on a daily basis, I always make sure, okay, after these 2-3 hours, I have something to look forward to, very briefly, and then I get back to work. And then weekly, monthly, yearly. So yeah, always have something to look forward to. It's something how you end up self-motivating, you know? So yeah, bro, like nothing compares to the freedom you experience when you just hop on a scooter in Southeast Asia. And I think the best thing about Southeast Asia is the fact that because your currency has more buying power, you experience what life is like for the first time ever, to not think about money. Like, the best thing about having money is to not think about it. Interesting, huh? And when you come to Southeast Asia, well, first of all, it's paradise. It's beautiful. The weather, the food, the people. But I think the freedom, and I think you experience that much freedom because, bro, you never think about money because it's so cheap. Now, obviously, you don't want to be a clown and just fucking squander everything. And no, I've definitely come with a budget, you know. Check out prices and compare and find the best one, and don't be an idiot, right? So yeah, bro, just fucking come to Southeast Asia, build a brand, buy it, coming here, but don't just come here to travel to then leave to go back home. Come here with a plan of, bro, I want to come to Southeast Asia, give myself more time because it's so cheap to live here, where I can work all day, every day to build something, to fund my escape, to fund my dream life, to build a foundation of something that's gonna last, bro. You know, don't just come like these backpackers with the goal of just experiencing and having fun. And no, you wanna combine work and play, truly, because yeah, otherwise you're just gonna squander. You're gonna have good memories, but it's not gonna be the stepping stone to something bigger and better in life. You wanna have it both ways. You cannot just operate from a place of, no, let me just fuck off, enjoy my trip, and then, you know, the future me will worry about my future city. No, I know so many guys like that, bro. You should not. That's a fucked up mentality, truly. You wanna come, you wanna join a gym, you wanna commit yourself to 6 months, bro. 6 months of joining a gym, going at least 5 days a week, practice some Muay Thai, do some martial arts, build some muscle, take some protein. Like for me, I did this, it's called a methylation test, and you basically swab your cheeks, you send it back, your DNA, and they scan it to see what supplements your body lacks. Yeah, it turns out my body needs more protein than most people. So anyway, bro, join a gym, fucking rent a scooter, lock in for 3 to 6 months, you know, where you can spend all day, every day, and you're not worried because you know you have enough to last for 6 months, bro. Easy. Fucking Southeast Asia, Vietnam, the Philippines, you have so much more buying power, and that buying power is going to give you the time you need to build your escape, you know, from an escape from the life you don't want, you know, an escape from future problems that other people will have because they didn't have the courage to pick up and move to a new place, even if it's fucking alone, bro. Like, do not wait for that friend of yours who always says, yeah, bro, let's do it, and then never does shit. Never, bro. Just fucking pick up, leave, go solo traveling. Trust me, you're gonna make new friends, you're gonna meet new people, you're gonna put yourself out there because you know you have it in you, bro. You know you're meant for so much more, truly. And this isn't some fucking motivational rant. No, this is just this is just it. And you know it's fucking true. So don't fucking kid yourself, bro. It's one of those things where you have a limited amount of time. And it's not just that life is short, it's that every stage of your life is short. Okay? And it's not just that oh well, no, bro, like let's say okay, from 0 to, I don't know, 14 is one stage, and then from 14 to about 19 is another stage, and then 19 to about 24 is a third stage, and then from about 25 till about, yeah, let's say 31 is another stage, and then 31 to 40 is those stages fucking, bro, they go like this. So if you squander any one of those stages, it compounds so that by the time you're in stage 4, 3, you're not just one stage behind, you're more like 3. So you really want to be mindful and take full advantage of the opportunities that you have, bro, at every stage in life, because there's certain things you cannot experience at a later stage in life. Truly, I was reading this book. It's called Die with Zero. And you hear that and you think, oh, it means die with zero money. No, the book wasn't mainly about that. It was more about, one of the things it mentioned was he had a friend who had just enough money saved up to go on a European trip, but after, like, he blew everything because that was everything he had. And his friend said, bro, we should go on the trip together. And the guy, the author, was way more logical. And the author said, nah, bro, like, nah, I can't. Like, I don't just want to blow it. And they were in their 20s. And his friend went on the trip, bro. And he shared some stories about how he met this girl and he fell in love and they had sex on the beach. And all these cool experiences. Everyone slept in a hostel and da-da-da-da-da. And, you know, met random people, and he's like, you're reading it, it's like, yeah, so and so. And then his friend comes back. Sure enough, his friend gets a regular job. Oh no, the friend even took money out, bro. The friend borrowed money to go on this fucking trip. That's how determined he was. So he went in debt. And the friend comes back, gets a regular job within a few short whatever it was, pays everything off. And the author is now saying, you know, he looks at that, and then he turned 30, and he realized, fuck, now I can't fucking go to backpacking and staying at fucking hostels, because you just can't experience those things at different stages in life. And he regrets not going with his friend to Europe because those memories compound. They compound, bro. And that's what life's all about. Like you don't want to be the person who looks back and says when they're 85, yeah, bro, you know, yeah, like where your grandkids say, hey, grandpa, so, you know, what did you do? And they're like, oh, well, not much. I just worked, you know, in a cubicle with fluorescent lights all day, every day, and I saved up a whole bunch of money. Bro, it's like, nobody wants to be that person. Kids don't want to hear that story from you. Kids want to be like, hey, yeah, grandpa did this, and they want to imagine. And bro, traveling is one of the best things anyone could do, especially the older they are. Like, I see all these videos on social media of street interviews where people walk up to elderly people, like people who are in the 70s, and they ask you, what's one thing you wish you'd done sooner? Or what's one thing you wish you'd done? And they all say travel. They all say travel. You know? Travel is one of those things, it's freeing, because you get to experiment with different versions of who you think you want to become, and then you get to pick and lock in that version that serves you, that you're proud of. You get to change, and you're supposed to change as a person. Don't buy into this fucking narrative. No, you're not supposed to change. You're supposed to remain the exact same way. No, but you're supposed to change and grow and develop. People who I know people. Oh, I don't change. What do you mean? You're supposed to fucking change, bro. You're supposed to change and improve. Unless you think you're the best and you don't need to improve and work on anything and work on yourself. Well then, fuck. Well then you're this narcissistic, egotistical, short-sighted type of person. Like, who the fuck wants to be around that? Nobody, right? Yeah, bro. Like, travel forces you to change, and it's like you can voluntarily accept that and face it head on and be like, no, it's a conscious choice, because I want to change, and then you're empowered. Never operate from a place of, oh, I'm a victim and this is happening to me. No, this is happening for me. Fuck that shit. So anyway, bro, geo arbitrage. Google it, AI it, ChatGPT it. Look into it, because I know traveling seems like this daunting, scary, unfamiliar, unknown, horror story of like people when people travel, bro. They're at the airport and they're so stressed and anxious about fuck like bro, think about it, right? From an evolutionary perspective, we human beings were in a building with unlimited amount of food, water, safety, and still yet we're so anxious. Like for what? For like what? Like when you think about it like that, it's like why are you so anxious? Like it shouldn't be this scary thing. And it isn't, bro, like trust me. I've grown up in Colombia, right? Like I moved there in 2009. Now back in 2009, bro, Colombia was way more dangerous than it is now. And I guess maybe that's why for me traveling seems so much easier, because compared to like, I guess if you grew up in like a safe first world country where and nothing ever happens, I guess, you know, maybe you're a bit more naive and you know, I don't know, maybe you're less self-aware when you travel. But bro, it's not that scary, trust me. Like once you just have your head on and you know what to look out for and you have some basic common sense and you know, okay, well, you should not put yourself in certain situations or whatnot, bro, go for it. Especially for Thailand is super safe. Thailand, Bangkok, look, I knew that Thailand was safe, especially the islands. And I was like, okay, well, surely Bangkok, a city of 12 million people, surely they must have like some crime or, bro, super safe, bro. At night, riding the BTS, the metro system, super safe, bro, super safe. Like, yeah. In South America, you need to be more careful though. You can't fuck around in Colombia and Venezuela. Yeah, you don't. In Mexico, yeah, Mexico is interesting, bro. I haven't been to Venezuela in a long time, but yeah, I feel more. Maybe it's because I grew up in Colombia. I feel more safe in Colombia than in Mexico. But one thing about Mexico, bro, is they respect the Colombian accent. I remember one time. So in Mexico, right, if you see a car that's parked on the side of the road and there are people flagging you down, you never stop, you never pull over, you know, because it's usually not that they have a flat tire, it's because they want to stop you and rob you. But me coming right out of Colombia with a thick Colombian accent, I was riding with my I was driving with my girl, and I pull over. Right? Trying to be like, hey, you know, oh, he's so wow, he's so thoughtful, look how helpful he is, and such a gentleman and shit. Right, but I was like, fuck, you know, I'm fucking from Colombia. I'm not from Colombia, but I just came from Colombia. So I walk up to this guy in Spanish and say, hey, you know, what's going on, how can I help, blah blah blah. And as soon as he hears it, right, he kind of stops and he's like, oh, eres colombiano, you're Colombian. I'm like, no, but luckily nothing happened, right? But then I go back into I didn't have a jack in my car, so I couldn't help. So I get back into the car and my ex goes, babe, you don't do that, like you were scared, like luckily nothing ever happened, right? Maybe because of the Colombian accent, who the fuck knows? It's like, yeah, that's one thing, bro. Like the people who rob you, they pick and choose who they rob. So as long as you move with some certainty and you don't look like you're this clueless tourist of a person who's like, no, you want to be like, all right, no, you have your head on your shoulders, you have a certain bounce, not bounce in your walk, but a certain confidence about the way you carry yourself, which I guess when you're traveling, people second guess if they want to fuck with you or not. Yeah, bro, but just fucking travel, bro. Just fucking travel. Trust me, you're not gonna regret it. You can always make the money back, especially if you lock in and build a personal brand. Trust me, bro. If you want to build a personal brand, I can't say this enough. So, DM me the word waitlist, okay? I want to put together a small group of people, approximately 3 to 5 people who want to build their personal brand. You'll DM me the word, I'll reach out to you, and I'll put you on a wait list. So in about a month or so, we'll hop on a call, we'll iron out the details, and yeah, I want to keep it small, like maybe maximum 5 people, and I really want to get them to the stage where they can say yes. 3 months is all they need, bro. 3 months, lock in for 3 months, build their personal brand while simultaneously building something else, because that's the shortcut to building a personal brand. You don't build a personal brand around you building a personal brand. You build a personal brand around building something else. So that way it becomes so much easier. All right? So we'll go from, I'll take you exactly from 0 to where I'm at and teach you everything that I've learned. Like the things to do, things not to do, the mistakes, the lessons, the wins, the losses. If you want someone who's actually done it themselves and you feel like, yes, now you're ready. If you're not ready, that's fine. That's fine. Maybe later on. But if you feel like you're ready now and you want to take full advantage and be a completely different person with a completely different life and a completely different perspective and worldview, in 3 to 6 months, bro, DM me the word waitlist and I'll reach out to you, and let's grow that brand, that digital asset, because trust me, that is the first step to, especially in the world we live in and the world that's with AI, bro, you definitely want to start building that personal brand. Yeah, bro, like, and here's the thing, I'm personally not a salesperson, right? Like, I've hopped on calls with people, bro, and they talk so smoothly. They know exactly what to say, bro, right? They sound so convincing. They sound like such an expert. And then when rubber meets the road and you start realizing, turns out this information isn't that deep. This information isn't that effective. This isn't really that helpful. You start realizing, see, I'm not that guy. I do a lot of shit. And because I've done a lot of shit, I learned so much that I have the experience. I have pattern recognition because I've actually done the shit. So I'm not one of these salespeople who sound good and pitching you, all right, yeah, I've got this lined up and this and I'm no, like I'm just a regular guy who's done a lot of shit, who's learned a lot of shit, who can bring you more results than these fuckers who just sound good on paper and know the right words to say. So yeah, if that makes sense, bro, DM me the word waitlist. Let's hop on a call. I want to lock in those 3 to 5 people and really give them like personalized guidance, coaching, weekly coaching, and we'll go from 0 to 1. If you haven't read that book, you need to read it. 0 to 1. I think it's by Peter Thiel, right? Yeah. Check out that book. Yeah, I'm excited. Talk to you soon.